Hi and welcome to ZoomTV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Basically, we're going to give you more information so you can make a better purchase decision. On today's show, Dan Paris checks out the all-new Jeep Wrangler thanks to John Hughes.
I should make mention that many years ago, this was a vehicle that was very close to my heart.
Motorhomes have come a long way over the last few years, and at the forefront is Sunliner. On today's show, I'm going to introduce you to their brand new motorhome with a deck.
You know, when it comes to the motorhome market, Sunliner are definitely leading the way, and nothing proves that more than their new special release innovative deck.
And our Celebrity Hitchhiker today is the wonderful and very talented Lyn MacGranger from Home and Away.
What is your opinion of the best car?
I've got to say I love Audis. I'm not big into big four-wheel drives, but I like the little ones. I love Audis.
And thanks to John Hughes, I'm back at the 2014 John Hughes Go Topless Jeep Day. Don't worry, I'm not going to take my shirt off, or will I? Get comfortable and welcome to ZoomTV. Now today is a very special day, especially if you're a Jeep owner, because today you get to go topless. Well, not exactly topless, we're about to find out exactly what you get to do. Davis, how are you?
Good, Aaron, yourself?
I'm pretty good, mate. Now last year we attended this event, the Go Topless Jeep Day, Dan Paris and myself. We misunderstood the call sheet, rocked up topless. It's not about people being topless, is it?
No. The whole idea of this event is to drive the cars without their roofs on. Unfortunately, the weather today has turned a bit sour on us, so a few of the cars have got the roofs on. Some of the braver ones have taken the roofs off. But look, at the end of the day, it's just bringing the Jeep fraternity together for a good fun day.
The event raises money for cancer, which is a great thing to chip into. And you have grown the event over the last 3 years to over 100 Jeeps being involved.
Yeah, look, it's from where we first started it 3 years ago to where we are now. Yeah, we started with 50 vehicles in the first year. I think this year we'll get to about 130. And yes, we raise money for cancer because look, with the roof off, you can get sunburn, so on and so forth. So it was quite fitting that we put cancer with the Jeeps. And then with that, we're just going to have one big convoy, and it gives everybody a chance to look, stockies, modified, and all the rest of it, come together on an even par and just have a good day out.
Now, it's not just Go Topless Jeep Day here in WA, it's in fact like a world event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually global. It actually started in America just on 8 years ago. I think they're running their 8th one. We actually do it in conjunction because over in America it's Saturday, so us today, so we're actually doing it in the same day. When I read the post yesterday, I think there's 87 clubs worldwide getting involved in this. Yeah. Here in Australia, bragging rights, WA does have the best turnout for a topless day event, so I'm pretty proud of the Jeep fraternity over here. And I mean, look at what we've got here, it's just a huge turnout.
Okay, now before we get into what we're going to be up to today, of course you've got sponsors that I encourage you to plug because they're helping you with the event.
Oh look, that's great. John Hughes gets behind this 100% of the way. Mickey Thompson Tyres and the John Hughes Tyre guys are donating prizes. We've got SBR Off-Road, we've got Jeep Clothing, we've got ARB four-wheel drive products, but without them, we can't make this day happen. You know, it's brilliant.
Okay, and of course people like yourself and everyone else that volunteers to organise the event, you've done a great job.
Oh look, appreciate it. Yeah, there's 4 of us in the main crew, the wives and that are the backbone of it, and a few of my four-wheel drive club are here just to help out with parking all these cars in such a tight area. But without everyone's help, and even the fraternity getting behind it, doesn't make it the event it is.
Okay, now today's event, I'm going to be jumping around different cars, different Jeeps on the way to Whiteman Park.
That's right, and if you're game, you can jump in with me. Yeah, from here we're going to do one big convoy out to Whiteman Park. We've got an area allocated there, so we've got the barbecue rotundas and so on. So it's basically a family day there.
Now, is that the thing with a Jeep? Is the Jeep like the glue to a family? I mean, I can see a lot of families here with their kids, a lot of partners, and a lot of happy people with what I'd have to call the Jeep grin.
Oh, look, it is. It's quite a tight-knit community, the Jeep community. They really are passionate, and you see it walking around, and you know, these guys really like bringing these things out for a show and shine, and there's a lot of money spent on them with accessories and so on, and they're just a very passionate, tight-knit group. But this is one of the events we hold each year that is family orientated, to bring everybody together with a stocky or a wholly modified Jeep in a common location so they can all have a look and a chat and a laugh and a giggle.
Well, mate, you've made me giggle. Thanks very much.
No worries, no, appreciate it.
Now, if you've got an event coming up that's to do with motoring or boating or anything that flies, drives or floats, make sure you go to our website, follow the links and tell us about it. You never know, we might even attend. After the break, Dan Paris is going to show you the Jeep Wrangler thanks to John Hughes. That's next on ZoomTV. Do you own something incredible that drives, flies or floats? Then we want to hear about it and maybe even have you on the show. All you have to do is film a short video under 2 minutes long about your car, your motorbike, your four-wheel drive, your boat or your plane and tell us just what makes it so great. Then upload your video to YouTube and email the link to imazoomaholic@zoomtv.com.au. You and your car could feature on the show all around Australia. Plus, if you're the member of a motoring enthusiast club and you've got an event coming up, let us know about it and you never know, we might come along.
When I made the call to the John Hughes showroom to see if I could get up close and personal with one of these little beauties, you can imagine my surprise when they said, we can give you one, but it's very bright. They call it rock lobster, but let's be honest, it's only one shade away from pink. I should make mention that many years ago, this was a vehicle that was very close to my heart. In fact, one of my first cars was a Jeep Renegade convertible. There's just a few dials on the dash, 3 gears to choose from, but my God, could it go anywhere. Today, I want to find out just how far these cars have come. This little baby is the 2013 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Now it's powered by a 3.6 litre V6 petrol engine and it comes either as a 5-speed auto or a 6-speed manual. Now I may not get the chance to leave the tarmac today, but this car digs deeper, it goes further and is by far more fun than any of its competitors. The off-road confidence comes from knowing you've got Jeep's legendary Pentastar aluminium motor pushing out 209 kilowatts of power. Command track delivering that power equally to all four corners and a remarkable amount of ground clearance, 223 millimetres in fact. And as you can see, it's a great looking vehicle too. Solid, I think is the right choice of word. Tough is another. They've kept these rugged hood latches as part of the Jeep tradition and added these high impact flares and bumpers. Speaking of tradition, what's a Jeep without its unmistakable 7-slot grille? Now you marry that to these round halogen headlights and you've got an expression that Jeep lovers wouldn't change for the world. Behind the scenes, a heavy-duty front and rear axle and front and rear True-Lock diff lockers will keep you powering through the tough terrain. Now these are usually the kind of add-ons serious four-wheel drivers buy aftermarket, but with the Rubicon, it comes ready to party. Rock rails will help you avoid any panel damage as you slide over the boulders, and a really handy feature is the tyre pressure monitoring, which is displayed back in the cab. But it's time to take things inside. Now let's start with the seats. They're just as versatile as the vehicle itself with the fold and tumble rear seat. There's 425 litres of cargo room with the rear seats tumbled, and then there's a whopping 714 litres with them removed. I must say, a lot has happened in here since my 1975 Renegade. I think I had a speedo, there was a fuel gauge and a tape deck. This is just beautiful. Front and centre is this leather-wrapped steering wheel with multifunction controls. Sport seats will stop you slipping out the window while on a rock climb, and these deep tint windows make it hard for onlookers to see what kind of person drives such a loud car. Turns out that person's me. Now, of course, they do come in a wonderful range of colours other than lobster, so the best thing I can suggest is you pop into John Hughes Jeep in Victoria Park and check out the display yourself. If you want to know any more, go to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links.
Are you one of those people that question the functionality of big, bulky motorhomes and think to yourself, there goes a couple of retirees on holiday? Well, listen up, because I've got some news for you. You see, at Sunliner, they're evolving their motorhomes and jamming them with so much innovation and technology that you're never going to look at a motorhome the same way again. This is the all-new special edition Sunliner A Deck. And I tell you what, once I show you through it, I guarantee it's going to motivate you to hit the open road. For almost 40 years, Sunliner has been making motorhomes for Aussie adventurers who like a bit of comfort. And they're constantly expanding the limits of design, trying to rid themselves of the stuffy motorhome tag. Now, on the outside, the deck sure is a large motorhome, so I was expecting a spacious interior, but not this much space. You see, Sunliner achieved this through thoughtful design. They also use bright colours and modern fixtures and fittings, so you really get that sense of luxury. They also divide the living areas. Up the front, you get your beautiful dining room, flanked by leather lounge suites and a beautiful spacious kitchen jammed with everything you're going to need, including an electric gas stovetop, oven, heaps of storage options, fridge, freezer, microwave, you get your reverse cycle air conditioning, double bed with inner spring mattress, you get your TV with DVD, large shower, toilet, and something you wouldn't be expecting. Look at this, you get yourself a washing machine. Built on a Fiat chassis, the Sunliner Deck is a rock-solid vehicle with reliable performance and a very comfortable driving feel, which is important when you're behind the wheel for long stretches of time. It continues to follow Sunliner's dedication to delivering not only attractive-looking vehicles, but also cleverly designed, functional and robust motorhomes. Tori, how you doing, bud?
Very good, thanks.
Mate, I really enjoyed driving this van through the Dandenong Ranges there. It is a big motorhome, but I tell you what, it felt like I was driving something a little bit smaller than what it in fact is.
Yeah, look, it's a Fiat Ducato cab chassis on the tandem axle. It's a 3-litre 4-cylinder, 168 horsepower.
Okay, now this is spectacular scenery. This is one of your new latest releases. It's the deck. That leads me to believe there's a deck in here.
Yeah, it certainly is. How about we have a look?
Mate, I'd love to. I'll tell you what, we're in the middle of the Dandenongs and we have our own deck. This is camping.
This is magnificent.
Now, the thing I like about Sunliner, Tori, is they don't just keep regurgitating the same designs and just making them a little bit fresh. They actually take some time to listen to their customers, find out what the customers want, and invent stuff like this. Your own deck in the middle of the Dandenongs, and you could not buy that view anywhere.
Nah, that's true. Look, Sunliner try, like you said, really hard to find their spot in the RV industry and offer the customers quite a lot of choice. The deck highlights how innovative they are and how they're not stopping at any cost.
And if the weather takes a turn for the worse, you can always kick back in luxury and style offered inside the deck. The overall finish is very modern, and strategically placed LED lights help endorse a feeling of comfort, while leather upholstery provides a sense of luxury. You know, when it comes to the motorhome market, Sunliner are definitely leading the way, and nothing proves that more than their new special release innovative deck, which comes with all the mod cons you expect and more to guarantee you're going to have the very best road trip. And of course, some incredible design innovations you would not think possible in a motorhome. I tell you what, there's never been a better time to hit the open road, and with a Sunliner, you can take you home with you. To find out more, go to sunliner.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTV. After the break, join me in WA as I catch up with some more crazy Jeep owners. Thanks to John Hughes. That's next on ZoomTV. Welcome back to ZoomTV and the John Hughes Jeep Go Topless Day. I'm with Vic Gerbers. How are you, Vic?
Yeah, good, Aaron. How are you?
Now, you're one of the sponsors and organisers of today's event.
That's right, yes.
How's it turning out so far? I haven't seen any topless action.
No, we try to keep that to the minimum like last year. You know all about that.
I do. Everyone keeps reminding me. But this year I went with the fake tan, but not needed.
No, a bit of cloud this time around, but we still got a good turnout. I think we're about 125, 130. Jeeps rocked up, so considering cloudy and a bit of rain, awesome, absolutely awesome.
Great driving experience coming here with 120 Jeeps in our RAV, by the way. 120 Jeeps driving along the main roads. You caused a little bit of chaos on the streets for a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Unfortunately, what do you do when you get 120 cars in a convoy? I mean, construction doesn't help, some slow cars doesn't help, but look, we got them in here. no accidents that I'm aware of. We didn't kill any road animals while we're doing it either, so it's all good.
Now we're at the Whiteman Park. What's going to happen now that we're here now?
Right here, we got a ramp behind us, which obviously the guys are going to test some articulation. We're going to have a raffle.
Well, one sec, not obvious. What are they going to actually be doing? Because we've come over here, we're having an interview, and there's a car parked on the side pretty much.
Well, what the guys are going to do, they're going to hopefully deflate their tires, disconnect the front sway bar to get a little bit further up that ramp. They're going to drive up the ramp and try to get their best RTI score. So it's basically, it's a bit of a math. They're going to measure how far they're going up the ramp versus the axle width. Obviously, 2-door and 4-door, they're different, so different categories, and get a score. And that score at the end of the day is going to sort of a bit of a bragging right, who won the ramp.
Moving on forward, it has been a great day. You've raised a bit of money for
Definitely.
people with cancer, or cancer research, which is fantastic. You've been one of the sponsors of the event. This is your 3rd year sponsoring. Tell us a bit about what you do quickly.
Well, we live, breed, work, sleep Jeep. That's what we do at SPR Off-Road. Probably 80% of the people here we've met either on the trail or in our shop or worked on their car. So it's just basically us giving something back to the Jeep community in Perth.
Okay, now if people want to get involved in the next event or even get involved in any of the events that you're doing throughout the year, there's a few events we're going to be attending. Where do they go to find out more?
Look, we set up an events page on our website. So if they go to sproffroad.com.au and there's an events sort of column there, if they click on that, it's going to give them everything that's happened in the past and anything that's coming up.
Awesome. Thanks, Vic. You've been a gentleman. Do you want to get more out of your diesel? Well, let the team at United Fuel Injection help you. They're the experts in diesel fuel injection, turbocharging and vehicle performance technologies. Make an appointment today and get more torque out of your diesel at unitedfuel.com.au. After the break, I catch up with home and away star Lyn MacGranger. That's coming up next on ZoomTV. Welcome back to ZoomTV. I'm now with someone that I grew up with and someone that I have a massive amount of affection for, Lyn MacGregor from Home and Away.
Can we stop right there? My name is MacGranger. I'm going to tell you a story. 3 years ago at Telethon, when they used to do the intro for the rundown of talent onto stage before it went to air, and please welcome to stage, she's been on Home and Away for 17 years, Linda McGregor. I'm standing there going, I wonder who that is. Sounds a lot like me. Oh my God, it's me. I'm going to stab somebody.
Now, I apologise for that, but
That's
all
right.
people know you for, like me, is Irene.
Well, you see, I think that's the problem, darling. I think that's it, is that people sing out Irene in the street. That's what they know me as. Because I've often said to people, what's my real name? They go, it's Lyn. It's McGregor. It's Lyn MacGregor.
Don't say that, people. That brings up a good question. I was going to go somewhere else, but when you actually act on a show, you know, it would be very confusing to use real names and then character names and real names and character names.
You know, sometimes you do get them mixed up. You do. Like I'll be having a scene with Ray, and I go, blah, blah, blah. You know, you really should look after yourself, Ray, Ralph. He just says, find me a professional actor, will you, please?
Just move on.
Somebody to work with.
Just move
professional,
on.
Yeah. But mostly, Paul, I get it right.
21 years on the job, you get pretty safe. You're here at Telethon every year. You do so much like a person that is still coming through. You don't have to do stuff like this, so this must be very passionate to you. Look, must mean a lot.
I love doing Telethon for a lot of reasons. A, it's huge fun. You know what it's like. You're doing the phone room, you're doing the social media room, you're doing interviews, you're doing, you know, you're going to the hospital, you're on the panel, you're doing a dance number, you're doing Minute to Win It. I have to say, this is the busiest I've ever been. In the past, I've had a couple of hours off here and there. Not this weekend. It's been full on. But the reason I personally do it is because I like to be involved in something that shows Australians and humanity at their very best.
Okay, well, something a little bit more personal. Why do you act?
I act because I'm a massive show-off. Number one. Number two, I act because I really enjoy climbing inside the skin of somebody else. And that's, in fact, what you're doing. Most actors do it a lot in different skins. I've just been fortunate to do it over 21 years in the one skin. So I've been able to live her life, live Irene's life as well as I live mine.
Now, I'm going to ask you this Sound of Fast 5 really quickly. You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay, first car you ever owned?
A little Hillman Minx.
Classy. What is your opinion of the worst car on the streets?
Oh, those smart cars are silly.
I always
don't-
like bringing them back to the smart cars.
I
It's
see.
easy.
I wouldn't drive one of those because it looks to me like it's been chopped in half.
What is your opinion of the best car?
I've got to say I love Audis. I'm not big into big four-wheel drives, but I like the little ones. I love Audis.
Okay, and what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is heights. If I had to jump out of a plane, I think you would have to hit me over the head.
I would like to wrap this up by saying I enjoy watching you on TV.
Thank you.
I enjoy the career that you've had, and most of all, I enjoy the person that you are.
Thank
and
you
it's
very
been a
much.
pleasure to meet you. Thank you, Lyn
You're very welcome, Paul.
MacGranger. Lyn MacGranger.
So that's it, we're done for another week. Thankfully this week did it with my shirt on. We'd like to thank everyone here at the John Hughes Go Topless Jeep Day for having us along and making us feel so welcome, and of course for the effort to raise money for people with cancer. Now if you'd like to know more about the show, including this event, go to our website zoomtv.com.au. While you're there, download our free iPhone app, made free thanks to Asandra. It's pretty cool. You can see past video reviews, you can also enter competitions and get hot deals thanks to our sponsors. Now until next week, thanks for watching, bye for now, and remember, whatever you do that zooms, make sure you do it safe and with your shirt on.
And that's a wrap.